clear. Unpacking the fresh pack of pens, never willing to accept sincere. She's loved in many channels, every gay change on nights and black blue lights. Heaven help them when she recites. Mysterious life, girl got skills. She moves in space with minimum waste and maximum joy. Makeshift desk and a cat that bites. When you see her coming, take your pills. No place for snowflakes or sensitive hearts. When sentiment is left to chance, she'll send you back to your start. We all know it, she's a smooth moderator. Smooth moderator. Smooth moderator. Smooth moderator. Toast to toast, sometimes switches to crumpet, bends them to jail. Across social media, buy memberships for bail. Verse by verse, exploring the text. She reads and recites, not knowing the tongue, learning every step of the way. Melts all your memories and feeds you facts. Her zeal is like fire, but her heart is of gold. We all know it, she's a smooth moderator. Smooth moderator. Smooth moderator. Smooth moderator. Toast to toast, sometimes switch to crumpet, bans them to jail. Across social media, buy memberships for bail. Smooth moderator. 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 Ooh, moderator. Smooth moderator. Smooth moderator. Smooth moderator. Smooth moderator. Smooth moderator. Smooth moderator.
Hello, good evening. It is Thursday evening. It's the happy hour of 8:30 GMT. That's UK time. Good evening. My first panelist has arrived, Nagar.
Hello. Hello.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
It's good to hear your voice again.
Yeah, lovely.
How's your week been?
Very good, actually. It's been some good days and sunny days. Today was especially sunny. Yesterday was a bit colder, I think, but today was a lovely day, and yeah, very good.
That's good. Yeah, it turned out quite mild yesterday and today in London. I've been out and about on both days. There's been a bit of sunshine. It's been quite nice, actually. I was even outside until around 7 p.m. and it was still daylight. It's just so nice to be like that.
Yes, yes, daylight. Very good. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I think Ravioli's going to be joining us soon. I've sent him the link as well. I've sent Banksy the link. I'm not sure where he is just yet, but that's okay. They're
He
welcome
might have gone shopping for a minute. He'll be back.
Okay.
I just talked to him, and he's just gone shopping.
That's no problem. They can join us when they get here. So without further ado, I shall announce tonight's topic. And we'll get started. And like I say, the other panelists can join us when they get here. Great to have you here, Nagar. So tonight's topic is for us explorers in this exploration. Tonight's topic is D.A.R.P.A. What do we really know? So we've gone back to a topic that we started some weeks ago about DARPA, D.A.R.P.A. Do you recall that discussion, Nagar?
Something American investigation, weapon, creating weapons and new technology. That's a bit I remember. Developing new
Yes.
stuff.
Yes. So remember, I went and got us the actual DARPA military, the official website, and we started looking down their about page. Well, I've brought that back because we only got so far down that about page. So to remind us what D.A.R.P.A stands for, to make sure I'm not misrepresenting it, I'm going to bring that on screen. So, of course, the audience and we can refresh our memories now. Where do I add screen? Screen share. There it is. Let's have a look at this. So, DARPA. Where does it say?
This must have been quite a time ago because I think it was before the America started the war.
Yeah, I think about 4 or 5 weeks ago we went into this.
So it's been
So
3 and a
let's
bit
go.
weeks. Sorry,
Yeah,
4 and a bit weeks. It's in the 5th week now. So it must have been before that.
yeah. So DARPA stands for Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency. Okay. And we went through this about page, which I've got on screen. And it says that this Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, also known as DARPA, is an independent research and development agency within the US Department of War, the DOW. So we had brief explanations of this, that, and the other, nothing too detailed, which is typical of these organizations and departments. And we went through the leadership because we looked at the skills that they had and what they bring to the table with them at the heads of this agency. And then we came to the technical officers part. And now this is where I'm hoping it gets a bit more detailed. So I was hoping that this week we could at least start by looking through one. If we get through more, then that would be great. But if not, that's okay. We can return to the subject in the weeks to come. So, are we ready to explore, Nagar?
Yes.
Awesome. Technical officers. Our 6 technical officers put DARPA's mission into action. Their leaders and program managers plan and execute a constantly evolving portfolio of research programs, challenges, and transition activities. So these 6 technical officers are Biological Technologies Office, Defense Sciences Office, Information Innovation Office, Microsystems Technology Office, Strategic Technology Office, and Tactical Technology Office. So let's delve into the first one, which is Biological Technologies Office. I've clicked it. Let's see what comes. Okay, so Biological Technologies Office. Biological has me think living things, like we have biology, other animals have a biology, the rest of it. What springs to your mind, if you don't mind me asking, Nicole?
Well, biological actually for me it will mean biochemistry or molecules of biological origin.
Okay.
Because that's how I kind of relate to it.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting. Let us go to what this says. Oh, there's 4 subheadings. There's thrust areas, opportunities, programs, program managers, and contact. Let's have a look at this page though. About the Biological Technologies Office. The Biological Technologies Office, BTO, leverages biological properties and processes to revolutionize our ability to protect the nation's warfighters. BTO harnesses advances in artificial intelligence, AI, and machine learning, ML, to create new opportunities from transformative science across the biological spectrum. Now, I do recall from when we first delved into this topic that we explored what machine learning is. Do you recall that?
Not clearly, no. No, I don't remember it clearly.
Shall we look into it again then?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to get the link that we used on the last one. Just so that we can go to it relatively quickly. I've found the last stream. Great. Okay, artificial intelligence and machine learning. Got that. Right. So can you see this about artificial intelligence and machine learning? Uncover opportunities, turn ideas into workflows, and realize your vision at scale. Just for the audience's sake, anything that we look at, the sources that we look at, I do eventually put into the description, if not during the stream at the end of the stream. So you will be able to go to explore all of this with ease yourselves. So, intro to AI and ML. In a world accelerating at the speed of AI, understanding how these incredible capabilities get smarter is critical to driving business outcomes. Artificial intelligence, AI, is the theory of computer systems that can perform complex tasks. So it's a theory. Let's remember that. Machine learning, ML, is the process by which computers, including AI, learn new things. In other words, people use machine learning, ML, to feed data to the AI, artificial intelligence, and train it over time. So does that help us understand what ML is? Yeah, roughly.
So how is the diagram? Does that make it any clearer?
This diagram.
Yeah. So
I'm not sure because it doesn't have anything,
Let's
go a little bit further down. There's more, because we did look at this, but I don't mind looking at this. Read this bit at least and see if this gives us a clearer understanding, just to jog our memories. So how do AI and ML work together? For a computer to think on its own and perform complex tasks to become AI, meaning artificial intelligence, it must digest and internalize more and more information and logic over time. That process is machine learning. As the computer takes on more work, machine learning enables it to become ever more intelligent. This is how AI understands and reacts to nuances and distinct scenarios. So that tells me that machine learning is the actual process that results in artificial intelligence. The intelligence is artificial because it's not in a being, it's in a computer. Okay?
Yeah, that's right.
So the process is machine learning, just like our experiential learning and our academic learning and all the rest of it, leads to us becoming intelligent. So that process that we go through to become intelligent is what machine learning is for the computer to become intelligent. Would you agree?
Not quite, because I think children, even very young children, without learning much, they kind of manifest quite intelligent science with the way they explore and they manipulate things within their environment. So
But
we become
what we're looking at, right, is what ML is, machine learning, compared to artificial intelligence. Yeah. So machine learning is that process that the computer goes through in order to become intelligent at the end, right?
Yeah.
So we go through processes that result in us being intelligent, whether it's experiential learning, whether it's academic learning, and all the rest of it, right? All those processes we go through, right? I'm just like making a similarity so that we can understand a bit more what machine learning is.
So the more data you give to a computer, the more intelligent it will appear, because it could give you answers which are more coherent and more.
Yeah, and it's not just data, which is information, but it's the logic as well that we put into the computer. So it's basically the artificial intelligence is what mankind is programming the computer with, because
That's right.
it's us that's putting that information into the computer, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It is.
So before we go any further, welcome Ravioli.
Well, hello. Sorry I'm late, Lieutenant. And hello,
No worries. No worries. Are you up to speed with what we're talking about?
Yeah. I was listening then. Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
That's great.
It's a topic I'm not massive on, Lieutenant. You know.
So we're talking about we're going back to the topic of DARPA, and just as we've began to look at the 6 offices within DARPA, we're delving deeper into their about page. We started in the Biological Technologies Office, and in there, about the Biological Technologies Office, it says, the BTO leverages biological properties and processes to revolutionize our ability to protect the nation's warfighters. BTO harnesses advances in artificial intelligence and machine learning to create new opportunities for transformative science across the biological spectrum. So we've just recapped on what we looked at the last time we were in this topic, which is the difference between artificial intelligence and machine learning. So that's where we're up to now, where we've just been looking at what AI and ML are. So are you up to speed with that?
Yeah, I think so, Lieutenant. Yep.
Okay, so just to sum that up, we'll go back to the DARPA page in a moment. Artificial intelligence is the end product of the machine learning, and the machine learning is the process of it receiving information and logic and processing that in order for it to become a form of intelligence, shall we say. So it's like we go through processes like, say, academia, experiential learning, to name just a couple, right? And at the end of that, we become more intelligent. So just to simmer, that's kind of what machine learning is, the process of learning, like taking in that information, and then it becomes intelligence, artificial intelligence. So that's the difference between AI and ML. Yeah?
All right. Yep. I think I followed that.
Okay. As I've already said, I will be putting the links in the description. So if you want to recap this yourself, that's fine. Whether you stay here for the entire stream or not, so don't worry about that. So, Nigar and Ravioli, are we okay going back to this, the Biological Technologies Office? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Yep,
that's
I think
great.
so. Yep.
Great. So I'll go over that again. About the Biological Technologies Office. The Biological Technologies Office, BTO, leverages biological properties and processes to revolutionize our ability to protect the nation's warfighters. BTO harnesses advances in artificial intelligence and machine learning to create new opportunities for transformative science across the biological spectrum. Warfighter health and well-being are critical to mission success. BTO develops diagnostic and assessment systems to identify chemical and biological threats, medical countermeasures, and novel approaches to tactical care and warfighter performance and recovery on and off the battlefield. BTO also leverages biological processes, technologies, and manufacturing opportunities to create resilient infrastructures and supply chains, protective solutions, and innovative sensors to ensure mission success in any location. Any thoughts?
So it's quite involved, you know, they're trying to find cures as well as protect the soldiers from unnecessarily being damaged physically, I mean, damaged by warfare.
Yeah, so it sounds quite preventative as well as protective and trying to find cures for if they do become compromised by anything. Yeah, countermeasures, medical countermeasures.
Protective solutions. I mean, it could be even clothing or the way they cover their bodies to stop, you know, being injured or.
Yes, and like breathing apparatus so that
Yeah.
they can breathe and something that they're engulfed with is being filtered and not getting into their actual physical airways.
Yeah, and it says innovative sensors. So sensors which can detect gases or harmful gases, or I would say coming to the soldiers or soldiers moving into an area with a harmful gas in it.
Yeah, yeah. So
or radioactive stuff in it, or any kind of something which could harm them in any way.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure there's plenty enemies out there developing their own poisons and toxins and whatnot, you know, chemical warfare that they might send out against their enemy, which are forces or the American forces, the allies, because this is D.A.R.P.A, isn't it? It's an American company, to attack their forces. So D.A.R.P.A will be constantly trying to find out what the enemy's got and what they've actually deployed on the battlefield right there and then, and what they might end up deploying as well.
Yeah.
Interesting. Any thoughts there, Ravioli?
Oh, no, I mean, yeah, I think just the way it's going with, like you said, the advances in like the chemical warfare and things. And then when you were talking, I was thinking of, was it the Novichok, the nerve agents and things that came into my mind as well?
Yes, that happened at Salisbury, didn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
That's interesting. Another mystery.
You know, it's amazing how they managed to detect what it was, you know, when, you know, somebody collapses in the street and you just, oh gosh, incredible how they very quickly worked out what it was. And then somebody else had touched it, just a member of the public, and they got quite ill, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. That father and daughter. Indian, in before we go any further, in the live chat says, it sounds like they're on the verge of sending in biological entities instead of real soldiers to me. So that's an interesting thought, isn't it?
Yeah.
Entities, what would they be like? That's an interesting point. Yes.
Yeah, it is interesting. I recall seeing a video of a Middle Eastern head in a military talking in a press conference. This is from, I think, the 90s or the early 2000s, talking about there being super soldiers deployed. So not just regular human soldiers, but genetic, like they said the words genetically modified.
Gosh. Oh my goodness.
So that could be another thing. That's what that comment from Indian makes me think of. It could be looking into, I mean, this is any kind of biological weapon, right? So anything that can harm the biology of your own soldiers, your own force.
Yeah.
So yeah, it could involve genetically modified super soldiers and whatnot. Interesting.
Yeah, but when you read the news about what happened in Venezuela and how they managed to arrest Maduro, I mean, they used something which disabled all the soldiers, all the guards, which were protecting him to be able to arrest him easily. And we don't know
But
what it is because it's a new weapon they've developed, apparently.
a new technology, yeah.
I heard about that. That's right. Yeah, no one really knows what happened.
It'll be
No.
interesting eventually when we do find out specifically what that was, that
No, I
technology.
think a lot of the guards actually died from this weapon, whatever it, because they started bleeding and they couldn't move.
Wow, what? I didn't know that. I can't know.
Yeah.
So I wonder if it was a frequency or if it was a chemical sent out, or
I think it must have been a kind of frequency, some kind of a wave, because there was no physical damage to them, but apparently what they reported that they could not move, they were pinned to the ground, and then they fell down and started bleeding from their nose.
Wow,
As far
wow.
as I remember
interesting.
reading from the report. So
Yeah.
there was nobody to stop the American soldiers once they came and got Maduro and his wife quite without any opposition and took them back to New
Yeah,
York.
I got the quote here from the security. This is a
Yeah.
Venezuelan security guard in the newspaper Al Jazeera here. He says, "Suddenly I felt like my head was exploding from the inside. We all started bleeding from the nose. Some were vomiting blood. We fell to the ground, unable to move."
So he has survived.
Gosh.
He's one person who actually survived to tell us a tale.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think there were others who didn't survive.
Something to do with a sonic weapon was what they were saying.
Yeah.
Sonic. So that's a literal quote as well, because I'm noting this down. It's something I might look into.
But sonic is a sound, is high in intensive sound wave, but we don't actually know what it was. We don't know what kind of a wave they use.
Yeah, that's just how they described it. Okay, that's
Yeah.
interesting. Very interesting. So let's get back to this. How far had I got? So yeah, I came to this part where it starts thrust areas, data factories. We develop foundational technologies to simulate and predict biological systems and outcomes, simulation foundation models, data generation. So to generate, vastly improving the quality and quantity of biological data while reducing costs. In other words, increasing speed and automation of cloud labs. Understand, exploring the state of the art and enlisting stakeholders to construct necessary research portfolio. Simulate, enabling sequence to function and function to sequence that underpins whole cell modeling and cells to cell interactions. Yeah,
I don't understand that bit. Do they mean cell, biological cell, or cell in a group of people who interact with each other? Different groups of people. What do they mean?
It doesn't say, does it?
No.
Very good questions there, Nagar. Very good. It could be just any kind of cell. I dare say, these are exploring all kinds of different biological technologies, all kinds, and therefore I dare say it would be both and more of what you said.
I from the first one, generate, presumably they are collecting as much data as possible about biological processes and molecules and things, and just feeding it into their system, which to create the cloud. What did it say? Cloud labs. So they have enormous datas and in their databases.
Well, I want to know what cloud labs are. Because if you think about it, a laboratory being in a computer system, I automatically think of, when I think of a laboratory, something physical that people are working in
Mm-hmm.
with,
Yeah.
lots of protective gear and all of that. But you've got all these substances, you've got all these vessels and all the rest of it. Laboratories, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So how can you have a cloud lab?
I've got something here, Lieutenant. On I searched it on the Google
Yeah.
AI thing. It says a cloud laboratory
Yeah.
is a centralized, highly automated research facility allowing scientists to design, manage, and execute experiments remotely via a web-based interface. It merges AI, robotics, and cloud computing to automate lab workflows, reducing costs and increasing reproducibility. Sorry. Key examples include automated drug discovery, biotechnology research, and virtual IT training environments.
My goodness.
I never
So
even knew that was possible to have, like a remote.
scientists kind of feed
Yeah.
information
Yeah.
from all over the world to this cloud, and then they conduct experiments even remotely through robots.
Yeah.
That I haven't heard of that before. Amazing.
Yeah, I must say I never ever knew like that's how
Fascinating.
labs. Yeah, I didn't know laboratories even could be like that. So, no, I've got this more, I guess, an old-fashioned view of a laboratory, perhaps. But yeah,
Yeah, same here.
I remember
But
screwing
I
out the
mean,
Bunsen burner and
but we got doctors who
Yeah.
actually do surgery from another country through the internet. Basically, they guide the robot from another country to perform surgery on.
wow.
I mean, the amazing things are possible because you have one specialist. Perhaps he's not in your hospital, but you need his skill, so they can transfer it through the robot to the patient. It is quite incredible the way it's going. Actually, it's quite amazing.
I think just add one thing. I think I remember hearing
Yes.
about that. The guy, there was a guy. I think it was either the Isle of Wight or he was in Guernsey. I think he was worried. He was an older man, in his 60s. I think it was prostate cancer, and he he needed to have the surgery to, like, I think, remove his prostate, and he didn't want to fly into London and Harley Street. So he actually had the surgery done in the Isle of Wight, I think, from a robotic arm. So the surgeon was sitting in London, and the arm was doing the surgery in the Isle of Wight. And and apparently the surgery was 100% success. And it's really strange to think that. But
Fantastic.
yeah,
Amazing. Well, I mean, yes, if you are ill, you don't actually want to be transported to some other environment. Every time they move you, you're more in danger to get, iller and be damaged. So the best thing is to be in the environment that you're comfortable in, and the surgery to happen there.
yeah, because if he didn't want to fly to London, he didn't want to have to wait 3 weeks, and staying in hotels or little rooms and things. He just
Yes, yeah. Yes, it's interesting. It's interesting what can be done, and actually they do this other thing they do, isn't there? Which is gene therapy. I mean, they take a a defective gene or make a good one, a right one, and then they increase it and inject it back into the patient for him to recover.
Oh yeah, that's the CAR T cell, isn't it? Where they take the they take your immune cells out. They take it to a laboratory where they like make it times 5,000, and then they put it back in the
That's right.
host, and then suddenly their immune system is like super pumped and can kill. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. They do that.
Okay, it's come to 9:05, and I think now is the comfortable time for us to have a 5 to 10 minute break. Something's happening with my internet, so I need to quickly switch to a different provider and then come back after I've rebooted the comfortable one. So we're going to take a break, and if anyone has to drop out, feel free to do so. Grab a cuppa, do what you have to do. If anyone's going to leave, no problem. We'll catch up next time you're available. Don't worry about it. Thank you for being here anyway. So I'm going to take us straight into a song. This one. Go grab a cuppa. Give yourselves, 5-10 minutes? See you in a minute.
Listen, is it true? Is it real? You see, people believe in karma, but I see a load of bitter revenge. People manipulating, making things happen. Listen, in the end, no one heals. They're hooked on revenge. Believing in possibilities, giving into hopeless mindsets. Believing in punishment, unaffordable rehabilitation. You see, people don't wanna hear about inclusion, at least not until they're faced with exclusion. Listen, in the end, no one heals. They're hooked on revenge. Listen, is it true? Is it real? Is it true? Is it real? Listen, is it true? Is it real? Listen, is it true? Is it real? Listen, is it true? Is it real? I'm lost, pitch black. Dopamine hits, thinking slow and fast. Watch a narrative fall apart at the seams. Waking up, waking up. Watch a narrative fall apart at the seams. Waking up, waking up, waking up. Waking up, waking
There we go. A couple of songs, and I've finally got my internet sorted out, so we can get back to it. Are you with me, Nagar? Are you still
I am
having a go?
here. Yes, I'm here.
Excellent. Excellent. You're back. So Ravioli's had to drop out. He's away off to do something. Thanks for being here again with us, Ravioli. Safe journey wherever you're going, whatever you're up to. I hope it's nice. So we'll get back to our topic. Is there anything on your mind about the topic, or shall I just get back to
Yeah, carry
where
on.
we
No,
left off?
carry on. Yeah, carry on.
Okay, that's great. So we were on this part, thrust areas, which is in the biological technologies office. Thrust areas, we read about the data factories. Now let's have a look at combat casualty care. We explore solutions for warfighter readiness, health and recovery, including medical countermeasures, diagnostics, health IT, and medical devices. Optimize, ensuring peak warfighter performance, both physical and cognitive, throughout all phases of a mission. Prevent, protecting warfighters from any threat and advancing capabilities on the battlefield for immediate injury treatment. Restore, creating biotechnological approaches to provide tactical care and restore function to injured warfighters. It's interesting that they call them warfighters. They're not called soldiers or anything like that. And they're not particularly referred to as being human. Is it just me? Or did you notice that as well?
I think it's trying to dehumanize them because it might be quite perhaps upsetting otherwise. So they're war fighters. They're not humans.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, if you're fighting, you're in a war, aren't you? So
yeah, but I suppose if you say soldiers, they're not all soldiers because they have different ranks.
yes, and
And
different
to
roles, of course.
Yeah, so if you lump them together as soldiers, they might find it, not quite right because some of them are colonels and some of them are lieutenants, different
Yes,
functions
it could be me out there.
That's right. That's right. So a lieutenant
forbid.
wouldn't like to be called soldier, I
Well,
think.
this is true. Yeah, and there's medics as well, isn't there? They're still
Of course.
fighting the war.
They're medics, they're engineers, they're technical support, they are catering outfits that they feed the soldiers or whatever they do. All sorts of things go there
Yeah,
in
they're
a
all
war.
part of the effort,
Yeah,
aren't they? So, okay,
yeah,
I can understand using the word war fighters then. And it is
yeah.
American. It is American, so they word things a little differently, don't they? So,
Yes, yes.
okay. So, do we have any questions about that combat casualty care
What,
part?
no,
was
that's
said
all
there?
okay, really, I think. It's about restoring and preventing and optimizing. No,
Yeah.
that's all okay, really.
It's all understandable, isn't it? And it's what you would
Mm.
hope is happening for the boots on the ground sort of thing.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so the next section is logistics. We develop solutions to support mission success, including, for example, fibers for garments and distributed forward manufacturing. Do. Creating solutions that increase operational resilience and logistic security. Make. Utilizing the advantages of biology to enable point-of-need production or strengthen existing supply chain for critical commodities.
Mm.
Okay. It's very, I don't know, it seems as though it's a small sentence, but there's so much depth to it because my mind just goes all over the place with what could be needed.
Yeah, yeah. It is amazing actually if you think about it. It's because you need it very quickly and you can't really wait. If you want a successful combat, you need the stuff, whatever it is, there immediately. And so there have to be a very good supply chain. So you put a demand or you ask for something and it arrives the next half hour, if you like.
Yeah.
So you could use it. So they have to have very good storage facilities, and have all sorts of things in the storage facilities to supply them when they need it.
Yeah. Okay, and I've not read the last bullet point. Strengthen, providing technologies that harden operations against disruption and expand capabilities in the field.
Now,
Okay.
whatever is that, hardens operations against disruption and expand capabilities in the field. So, whatever you're trying to do, you don't want the enemy to disrupt what you're doing, and for you to be absolutely sure that you can carry out your mission.
Yeah, whatever it is that the technologies that you're providing and whatever your operation is, you want it all to be like, I don't know, resilient and kind of foolproof, like something that
Yes,
the
yes,
enemy wouldn't be able
that's
to
right.
disrupt and break down easily
That's
because
right.
that's
So you,
like
you don't
part
want
of your puzzle.
your walkie-talkie or whatever you use suddenly stop functioning, or your internet not to operate anymore, or your
Or the
telephone not to work.
you don't want any interruption in the frequency that's used for
Yes, yes.
your communications amongst the entire what would you call them, a platoon, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so we're now coming down to the leadership
Mm-hmm.
of the Biological Technologies Office.
Mm-hmm.
So, BTO Technical Office leadership is responsible for guiding and overseeing the research and development activities within specific technical areas. So, here we have at the top of this list Michael Kouris, Office Director, Biological Technologies Office. There's a drop down bit. Let's have a look at this. Let's go. Right, we'll read this, then we'll go to learn more. We might as well look at every last smidgen of this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Michael Kouris, PhD, focuses his research and teaching on all aspects of chemistry, manufacturing, and control for microbiome medicines, as well as advanced cell and gene therapy approaches. Now, before we go further, microbiome medicines, when I think of microbiome, I think of the good and the bad bacteria in the gut, on the body, on the skin, all the little good guys and all the little bad
Mm-hmm.
guys, right? That
Mm-hmm.
we are smothered in and that are all over on the inside of our body for good reasons and for bad reasons, yeah? Do you know
Mm-hmm.
of any other way in which microbiome might come up?
No.
No.
No, I don't really. No, unless you look it up and you find something which we haven't thought of.
Oh, you have microbiology in soil. I've just thought
Yes,
of
you
that.
have bacteria again in the soil, which good
Yeah,
bacteria. I mean, that's what you're doing when you're making compost.
yeah,
You encouraging the bacteria and all the creepy crawlies to develop. You're
yeah,
feeding them basically.
yeah, and
Uh,
they break down um, all of that you've put in there
but
to
yes,
turn it into an
vegetable.
available source of
That's right.
nutrition for the plants.
That's right. So they
Yeah.
break material, plant material into smaller and smaller pieces.
And there
And
is such bacteria when you ferment foods in salt and
uh,
water, right? In brine. So that
uh,
fermentation process, you have one bacteria forms after another until the end product is a very good, healthy bacteria for your gut. But you've got to go through the bad stages of that fermentation process until you get to that good stage. And within that is the bad side of the fermentation process, in which alcohol is developed from sugar, right? The alcohol
mhm,
is the
mhm.
downside, because then when you've got the alcohol, another bacteria forms to convert that alcohol into a good bacteria. But the alcohol is actually not good for you, it's a toxin.
Well, it changes back alcohol to vinegar
Not
eventually.
vinegar, not vinegar, no,
No?
no. If you add vinegar to the fermentation process, it's acidic, and so it kills all of the bacteria in there, and it means that, like, say, if you eat pickled onions, there's no nutrition there because all the bacteria has been killed. Everything
Oh,
has been killed because of the
oh.
acid. But if you ferment something, there's no vinegar; it's just salt and water.
Mm. Or you're talking about things like kimchi, which
Yeah, and
Koreans make.
sauerkraut. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
sauerkraut,
as
that's
as
right.
long as there isn't any vinegar in the ingredients, then it will have a good bacteria in there.
Oh,
But
I
if there's
see.
vinegar in it, the bacteria will have been killed off because the
I
acid
see.
kills the bacteria.
I see. Well, I was referring actually to sugar becoming alcohol, and if
Yeah,
you allow it, allow the fermentation to carry on, eventually becomes vinegar.
it
That's what
doesn't
I was.
become vinegar. It doesn't
Yes, it
become
does.
vinegar.
It does.
Oh,
Yeah, you can look it up. If you leave sugar to ferment, it becomes alcohol molecules, and then alcohol becomes vinegar.
no, it doesn't, because I've done fermenting food myself.
Have
Lots
you?
of different types of vegetables. Yeah. And it doesn't become vinegar. Vinegar is something
Uh-huh.
that you add to the process, but when you do that, you kill off all the bacteria, whether the bacteria is good or bad. So
Okay. But
you've
you
defeated
make
the
out of, if you leave fruit to ferment, you make vinegar. That's how vinegar is made. You put a lot of fruit in a barrel or something, and you leave it to ferment, and you get vinegar. This is no other way vinegar is made. That's the way vinegar is made. We could look it up if you like.
It might be a certain type. I know that that's how you get apple cider vinegar.
Yes. No, all vinegars are made from things which are sweet. It could be from malt, which is a sugary stuff, or it could be apples or apricots or cherries, any kind of fruit. If you leave them to ferment, eventually you get vinegar. And when you want to have alcohol to drink, wine, you have to stop the process in the middle and stop it going to vinegar, and then you get wine.
Mm,
No?
I'm
Okay.
going to have to look into that further, because everything that I've fermented actually turned into brine because I didn't add vinegar to it. It was just
You
salt.
added salt.
No,
You added salt and water.
No, it was just salt and water
Yes,
that it
yes.
was all done in.
Well,
Right?
it was
And
the salt.
I'm not finished. There was no
Sorry.
There was no vinegar formed of it.
Okay.
So I'll have to look further into how vinegar
But you,
comes
as
about.
I understand that you added salt to the vegetables.
Salt and water, yeah, that's
Salt
brine.
and water. But if you don't add salt, the salt is a preservative, really, which
Yeah,
or inhabits.
if you're not adding salt and water, then it's not going to be a fermentation.
Yet fruit will ferment. If you have apples and put them in a jar and leave them alone, eventually the apples will go brown and they start fermenting, and you will get vinegar. Without salt, no water or salt, nothing, just apples.
That's not the fermentation process. That's a different process. But anyway, we'll go back to this, where we're looking at Michael Kouris, the office director, Biological Technologies Office. So we've just read the basics on him. I think we should click on Learn More to learn more about what he does. Let's see where this goes. I think my internet's playing up. Right, okay. We're on this page. Office Director, Biological Technologies Office. Michael Kouris, PhD, joined D.A.R.P.A as the Director of the Biological Technologies Office in April 2024. His research and teaching focus on all aspects of chemistry, manufacturing, and control for microbiome medicines, as well as advanced cell and gene therapy approaches. Before coming to D.A.R.P.A, Kouris served as Professor of Bioprocessing and as a member of the Amgen Bioprocessing Center in the Department of Biological Engineering and Management at the Keck Graduate Institute. He also advised the NIH's RADX initiative as a portfolio executive, assisting with the rapid development, clinical validation, manufacturing, and distribution of SARS-CoV-2 diagnostic tests throughout the pandemic. Prior to joining KGI in 2020, Kouris actively started, grew, and exited biotechnology startups, both as founder and senior leader, as well as a member of the board of directors. He holds more than a dozen patents through the US and internationally. His entrepreneurial career began by spinning out Sample 6, which was recognized by Forbes as one of the 25 hottest AG tech startups in 2017 and was acquired later that year. Kouris serves as a board director of global nonprofit repository Adgene, and in the past served on boards of commercial biotech entities. Education. PhD Biomedical Engineering, Boston University. MS Biochemistry and Biophysics, Free University of Berlin, Germany. BS Biochemistry and Biophysics, Free University of Berlin, Germany. And then it gives you the option of how to contact them. Right. So we don't want
Interesting.
to
There's no photograph of him.
No. Let me see if I can find him. On DuckDuckGo or something. But he's got, as far as I'm concerned, I don't like him already with his dealings with the so-called SARS-CoV-2 SARS-CoV-2 testing malarkey, but that's just me. Let's see what I can find about him. Oh, my internet's gone a bit strange.
Anyway, it sounds he's German because he studied in Germany. I'm assuming he's German.
Let's see. Images. That's him.
Yeah, that's him. Okay. Interesting. Okay. He's a real person.
Seemingly.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. And he's what? He's quite young, really. He's in his 40s, probably there.
Yeah, he looks it relatively, yeah.
Yeah.
Just wonder if there's anything more about like where he's from. His surname, yeah, it seems as though he would be German as well, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Now, let's go back. So that's him.
Yeah.
That's the office director. We'll go back to where we were. On leadership. There was the page isn't fully loaded yet. There it is. Right. So the Deputy Director of Biological Technologies Office, BTO, is Rob Saperstein or Saperstein. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Rod Saperstein, PhD, served as a program manager for the Strategic Technology Office, where he led a portfolio of programs developing novel sensing, communications, and laser-based technologies for mission system applications. Let's have a look at this. This is interesting. So he's moved from one technology office to another technology office. Interesting. Transference of skills. Rod Saperstein, PhD, is the Deputy Director of D.A.R.P.A's Biological Technologies Office. He most recently served as a Program Manager for the Strategic Technology Office starting in June 2018, where he led a portfolio of programs developing novel sensing, communications, and laser-based technologies for mission system applications. Prior to joining D.A.R.P.A, Saperstein was Vice President for Research and Development in Photonics at Ziva Corporation in San Diego, California. There he led programs in physical layer encryption and non-traditional optical imaging systems supported by computational imaging. Saperstein served in senior technical roles in programs on distributed ad hoc beamforming and on minimally invasive multimodal neural interfaces. Wow. So neural is like brain stuff, isn't it?
Yes, I think before that was talking about glasses, where they have these glasses where you can get the internet on, and you see data on your glasses as you're looking through them. You can it was novel sensing, communication, and laser-based technology for mission system applications. So, and there's something about light, Ziva corporations in their program, physical layer encryption and non-traditional optical imaging. That's it. That's what appears on your glasses, and I've seen people with
So
them.
that's what that refers to. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you for sharing that. And I was wondering, what does that even refer to? Non-traditional optical.
Yeah.
So not the eyes in your head.
No. It's
Wow,
but
how
I
do you
think
make
it
these things
even
disappear?
might be something to do with implants which they put for blind people inside their eyes, so it connects to the nerve, optical nerve, and they start to see stuff. From being blind, they start to see some kind of a black and white images.
Wow. I had no idea they'd gotten that far in technology.
Yes, yeah, they have. Yeah,
Oh my
they have
God, that's
tried it
amazing.
on
Supported by,
one or two. I mean, it's experimental still, but they started,
yeah.
ex putting neurons in. Sorry, these like tiniest chips inside people's eyes. Yes.
So I want to have a look. What is beamforming? Let me see if I can find something on that. If I do a quick DuckDuckGo search. Let's have a look.
Neural
We'll just
beamforming. What was it?
let's just quickly have a look at a basic what
Yeah.
someone's got to say in Wikipedia about it. Beamforming or spatial filtering is a signaling process technique used in sensor arrays for directional signal transmission or reception. This is achieved by combining elements in an antenna array in such a way that signals at particular angles experience constructive interference while others experience destructive interference. Beamforming can be used at both the transmitting and receiving ends in order to achieve spatial selectivity. The improvement compared with omnidirectional reception or transmission is known as the directivity of the array. Beamforming can be used for radio or sound waves. It has found numerous applications in radar, sonar, seismology, wireless communications, radio astronomy, acoustics, and biomedicine. Ah, so that's where biomedicine links in with this
Mhm.
biotechnologies office, right?
Mhm.
Adaptive beamforming is used to detect and estimate the signal of interest at the output of a sensor array by means of optimal, for example, least squares, spatial filtering, and interference rejection. Gosh, this is blowing my mind.
Yeah, well,
My
there is
mind's
this,
very, very sheltered for this stuff.
there is a
Sorry, go ahead.
diagram. I don't understand the diagram.
Should we have a look at that diagram?
It's trying to explain beamforming, yes. I don't
Do you
understand it.
understand that?
No,
No. There's another
no.
one. Oh. That's an interesting transmitter thing,
Wow.
isn't it?
That's very interesting
Hmm.
transmitter. What's all this red stuff? Is
So
that
it's a
decorative?
radio mast in Konstantinov, Poland.
Oh.
I have no idea what these. I've clicked on that. Is this going to zoom in? Let's have a look. All right. Wow, that's a long ladder for someone to climb.
Yes. Yeah. What are
I have
these?
no idea what any of this means.
No.
It's a bit like a pylon. You see these cables coming off it. They're taut,
Yes,
so they're
yeah.
attached to something else. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. We are not seeing the whole picture. I mean, we are not
Correct.
seeing this picture doesn't give us the whole information.
Yeah, its entire network, what it's attached to,
Yeah,
but that's
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Anyway,
So,
so if you go
yeah.
back to whatever his name was, Mr. Can't remember his name.
Rob Saperstein.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I'll just finish off. In his education, it says PhD, Electrical Engineering, Photonics, University of California, San Diego. MS, Electrical Engineering, Photonics, University of California, San Diego. And BS, I'm assuming that's, hang on,
BS
PhD. I don't know what that means, but you've got masters and then you've got bachelors, haven't you? So
is a
what is
bachelor, yeah.
PhD?
Bachelor. PhD is a doctor of philosophy or PhD. So you get bachelor, then you get master, then you get a PhD, which is a doctorate.
So he first got his bachelor's
Yeah,
in electrical engineering, photonics, and optoelectronics, Princeton University. Then he got his
yeah,
master's
yeah,
in electrical engineering, photonics, University of California at San Diego, and then he got his PhD, electrical engineering,
yeah,
photonics, University of California, San
yeah.
Diego. Okay.
Right.
Okay. So he's big on electrical engineering, photonics.
He's into light and photons and manipulating them and putting them and sensors to receive them and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
that's what he is in.
Okay. That's interesting. Let's go back. We'll see what the next guy down the chain of command is. Ryan Glacum, I'm assuming that is pronounced as. Assistant Director, Program Management, Biological Technologies Office, BTO. Prior to joining DARPA in 2020, Ryan Glacum worked at a cybersecurity startup and spent most of his career in management consulting for US government clients.
She is a lady in her career. But Ryan, I didn't think that was a girl's name.
Nor did I. They better not be these gender bender types. Let's have a look. I'm going to see what I can find out. Oh,
Yeah.
hang on. Press the wrong button. There. See if I can get an image. Oh, yes. We have her here. Blonde.
There she is. Yes,
there she is. View file. I zoom. There she is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, she seemed to have studied law.
Did she?
Yeah, if you go back to her education, she studied law.
Oh, I thought I'd shared the this.
Oh, that's her image,
Dun, dun,
yes.
dun. Okay. So done that. Go back here. I don't think I would get anywhere if I clicked on LinkedIn. Let's have a look. Yes, so she got a bachelor's in foreign service, Georgetown University, and then she got a master's international law and government, Georgetown University.
Yeah. So she hasn't got a science background at all, really. She's got a law background.
Mm-hmm.
Which is interesting.
Ryan Glacum is the Assistant Director for Program Management, ADPM, in the Biological Technologies Office, and most recently served as a Program Analyst for the Strategic Technology Office. So she came from there as well. Prior to joining D.A.R.P.A in 2020, Glacoom worked at a cybersecurity startup and spent most of her career in management consulting for US government clients. Her previous engagements include providing programmatic and financial technical assistance to a variety of government customers, including the Open Source Integration Center, Innovation Office, and Defense Combating Terrorism Center at the Defense Intelligence Agency, the DIA, the Intelligence Advanced Research Projects Agency, and D.A.R.P.A's Microsystems Technology Office.
I think she's the one who gets the funding for the company. It sounds like she works with the government, providing programmatic and financial technical assistance.
That's her previous engagements.
So, yeah, but what's she doing? What's she doing here? She's doing program management in the Biological Technologies Office. So, what does that mean, program management? She suggests the programs, the things they got to do?
I'm not entirely sure.
No.
That's what she's done in the past, though. There'll be skills from that she'll bring to this role, I'm sure. What she's doing in this role is the Assistant Director for Program Management. So a program is like a project, isn't it? A specific. So she will manage all of the different programs that are going on in the Biological Technologies Office. I
think part of it is having the funding, as far as I understand it, if she's Director of Program Management.
Yes.
So she has to say, we have enough money for this project, or we haven't got enough money for this project. And
so
then,
she'll be managing the projects and making the executive decisions on what to try to secure funding for, because she'll have to go to her superiors to request funding for this program, for that program, and all the rest of it. Okay, okay, I see where you're
and
going
I think possibly because she's done it in her previous jobs, she knows how to get funding.
Yes, she's brought those transferable skills with her. Excellent. Okay, let's go back. So that's the leadership. Opportunities to engage include R&D programs and efforts, challenge competitions, and technology transition efforts for the Biotechnologies Office. See all D.A.R.P.A opportunities. RS for opportunities.
This is just a job application for.
Well, not necessarily. If you're interested in working in that field, or having some kind of interaction with that field, then you would go through that. I don't think this is a jobs page. Let's have a look further down. What's all of this? So these are links. Oh, BTO is soliciting proposals that leverage biological properties and processes to revolutionize our ability to protect the nation's warfighters. Shall we have a look at this, see what this is?
Yeah, okay.
Right, biological technologies have an active contract opportunity. Notice ID, blah, blah, blah. Related notice, nothing there. Department or independent agency, Department of Defense. So this is government. Subtier, Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, D.A.R.P.A. Office, Defence Advanced Research Projects Agency, so D.A.R.P.A, looking for contract opportunity help. This is Apex Accelerators, are an official government contracting resource for small businesses. Find your local Apex Accelerator for free government expertise related to contract opportunities. Apex Accelerators are funded in part through a cooperative agreement with the Department of Defence. The Apex Accelerators program was formerly known as the Procurement Technical Assistance Program, PTAP.
Oh.
General information, contract opportunity type, solicitation, original. What am I even looking at here? Published date, officer's date, so description, right? The D.A.R.P.A, Biological Technologies Office, is soliciting proposals that leverage biological properties and processes to revolutionize our ability to protect the nation's warfighters. Specifically excluded is research that primarily results in evolutionary improvements to the existing state of practice.
Why is it excluded?
I don't know. Maybe they already have that part covered.
Could be. So they're basically looking for new ideas or new inventions and things.
Proposals. So from independent contractors and people who might have an idea for buy that leverage. All right, let's have a look at the word leverage, right? Let's break this down as best we can. We've got a few more minutes before ending the stream. So, leverage, the action of a lever, the mechanical advantage of a lever, positional advantage, power to act effectively. So, something that would, where was I? There. So, something that would improve.
Put a pressure and make something happen. That's what we use a lever to open a lid of a tin or something, like a paint tin. You use a lever to open it, but this leverage is in that sense really. You apply pressure to have something happen.
Yeah, so it's about elevating, isn't it? It's about raising something up and improving something, edifying something.
To revolutionize our ability to protect the nation's war fighters. So they're looking for ideas
about biological properties.
So
and
soliciting proposal. They're soliciting proposal. They're actually asking different companies or small businesses to give them ideas, proposals.
Yes. To
for this biological leverage.
Yeah. So they're open to ideas from anybody who knows about this sort of thing, whether they work for the government or not. As long as they're safe and secure, then they could end up with a contract. That's interesting, isn't it?
It is, yes.
I didn't know they did this sort of thing.
Because you said before when you read it, at the top part was something about it used to be procurement office before, wasn't it? You read. Is it this here?
Was looking
general information types, solicitation,
because they're soliciting proposals.
Description. Is this the word just we've been reading? Yes, that's the one we just read.
Yeah. So D.A.R.P.A, Biological Technologies Office, is soliciting proposals, and it's proposals from independent, not just government departments and organizations.
Yes.
Further up.
Yes. So they're trying to come up with new ideas from whatever source.
Preferably from the Department of Defense, because it says department or independent agency.
Or it's a small business, as he says, it just says here. Apex accelerators are an official government contracting source for small businesses for free government expertise related to contract opportunities.
I think we might have to dig into this a bit further.
Was formerly known as Procurement Technical Assistance
Program, which I think we should click on next time we come to this subject, because we have come to the end of our exploration for this Thursday evening. Thank you so much for being here with me, Nagar, throughout this exploration. Thank you, Ravioli, the short time you were with us. Been great to have you here again. Thank you, audience, people in the live chat, the lurkers, the lovers, the haters, the whoever's, for becoming explorers with us. I shall now sign us out with a tune.
She's laughing with a whiteboard clear, unpacking a fresh pack of pens, never willing to accept of fear. She's loved in many channels, every gay chant on nights and black blue lights. Heaven help them when she recites. Mysterious life, girl got skills. She moves in space with minimum waste and maximum joy. Makeshift desk and a cat that bites. When you see her coming, take your pills. No place for snowflakes or sensitive hearts. When sentiment is left to chance, she'll send you back to your start. We all know it, she's a smooth moderator. Smooth moderator. Smooth moderator. Smooth moderator. Toast to toast, sometimes switches to crumpet, bends them to jail. Across social media, buy memberships for bail. Verse by verse, exploring the text. She reads and recites, not knowing the tongue, learning every step of the way. Melts all your memories and feeds you facts. Her zeal is like fire, but her heart is of gold. We all know it, she's